Hello, my name is Bennett Thorpe. I'm here to help you develop your communication skills. I've rewritten this introduction about 20 times, and I always talk around the issue, so I'll say it directly. You need to develop your communication skills for your sake and for the sake of everyone else on this planet. Watch any podcast that identifies future trends, and they all say work on your communication skills. Your individuality, adaptability, and creativity are future-proof. You are the only future-proof skill. I worked on my skills, and now I'm going to show you what I've learnt. There is a lot of beauty in this world, but there are problems too. The internet doesn't always take a positive mental attitude. But there are solutions to our issues if we work together. I'm experienced in communication and presentation skills. I'm a professional, classically trained English actor. I'm here to teach you vocal and physical interpersonal presentation skills. The more you understand, the easier it is to feel happy to communicate with others. I've done many different jobs in my life, but the one that has benefited me the most is acting. I started in community theatre, where I began to learn the redemptive power of theatre as a tool for understanding and exploring social issues. Then I took a degree in professional acting from an industry theatre school, got an agent and began a 25-year career working in London and Europe. My industry has changed a lot. When I started, there was plenty of access to stage acting and live audiences. But to get hold of a camera that wasn't totally rubbish would have cost thousands of pounds a day. Today, everyone has a film camera and production studio in their pocket. Special effects cost millions to make back in the day. Now we can generate something for free in just a few minutes. TVs were small and square. Now they're like cinema screens. Cinema itself was popular and live theatre was struggling. Now cinema is struggling and live performances are on the rise. Theatre and live performances are now the only way that we can know that the people we are watching are real. AI is a very useful tool, but I have no interest in seeing an intrinsically emotion-free, human-shaped picture moving around while the money goes on about how brilliant they are. AI humans are an amazing trick, but like any amazing trick, once you understand how they work, the trick just starts to look like deception. There is a difference between acting and lying. Acting is a bit like lying, but your audience knows it's a lie, so you're in it together. Lying is when your audience is not in on the lie. Presenting a fake human as a real human is a lie if the audience is not aware of the truth. Good actors should try to be as truthful as possible. To think that we are trying to be good liars is a misunderstanding. Actors are trying to tell the truth. If the audience is with the actor, understanding the lie, then they both suspend their disbelief, and the actor is free to try and reflect the truth in an interesting way. Are you confused? Don't worry. We're going to be developing your presentation skills, which is a bit different. Presentation is the ability for you to communicate the best or most suitable version of yourself for a specific situation. Interpersonal human communication is not going anywhere, but people are out of practice of doing it. Screens, lockdowns, email instead of phone, fast dating apps, AI, and a whole host of other distractions have pushed humans away from interaction with each other. But people do still need to communicate interactively. It's how we became so successful as a species. And we will not stay successful if we can no longer transmit or receive our ideas. So I'm going to give you some skills. I'm going to start with developing your voice. If English is not your first language, you might have heard of something called accent reduction. I don't like this term. I don't want you to reduce what you have. I want to give you more. I want to add to your toolkit, not take away what you have. If English is your first language, this is a good chance to understand your voice and see how you can improve it. I speak, for the most part, with an English accent called received pronunciation, so I'm going to teach you that. It might feel simplistic to go back to basics, but it's difficult to develop advanced skills without basic training. You won't sound like me, because everyone has their own style and experience. But the skills you learn here will help you speak clearly and understandably, especially if you are not confident public speaking. You won't sound like an aristocrat or a cockney or anything else other than yourself. And you will find it easy to make your own accent after you take control of your voice using this information. I stay scripted in these videos to get through everything quickly. We are not looking for perfection. There is no such thing as perfection. This is an art that you get to interpret in your own way. We want to stay laid back and relaxed. And remember, there is no test at the end. You are doing this for yourself. Go through the next set of videos to get a good grounding. Try to understand the sounds and concepts. Then move to the more advanced videos. I have used these skills professionally for years. They will help you to be widely understood by millions of people worldwide. I am very happy to share them with you now.
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. But if you mouth it, as many of our players do, I had as lief the town crier spoke my lines. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand thus, but use all gently. For in the very torrent, tempest, and, as I may say, whirlwind of your passion, you must acquire and beget a temperance.
What is this?
That may give it a smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear a robustious, periwig-pated fellow tear a passion to tatters.
Let's do this.
To very rags, to split the ears of the groundlings, who, for the most part, are capable of nothing but inexplicable dumb shows and noise.
You're strong. You're confident.
I would have such a fellow whipped for o'erdoing Termagant. It out-Herods Herod, pray you avoid it. Be not too tame, neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action, with this special observance, that you o'erstep not the modesty of nature. For anything so o'erdone is from the purpose of playing, whose end, both at the first and now, was and is to hold, as 'twere, the mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own feature, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the time his form and pressure.